Do you remember Overblood?
Japanese classic.
Overblood? No. Yeah, it was one. It was quoted as like one of the first survival horrors that had like full 3D movement. It's not.
Is it good?
It's like not good in terms of
Overblood.
Oh, you remember the sequel to Flashback, Fade to Black? It had a polygonal engine way back in the day.
Oh man!
Before I had a Pentium,
I just bought this for I bought the Japanese, the PAL J version of this.
Oh.
At the Time Capsule in Cranston.
Time Capsule.
Yeah, it's like
it's really cold in here.
You see how 4:3 is so good?
Yeah.
Because your eyes are close together. You don't want to fucking.
Yeah.
It's so wide and just shit. It's so nice like this.
But this was like it's another survival horror. Also, Fatal Frame. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah. I remember Fatal Frame. If you make any serious visual product, you would have to ship your product with a 4x3 CRT monitor.
Yeah.
To ensure that people are seeing it the right way. Otherwise, it's just going to be garbage.
That's crazy.
Isn't that fucked up?
That's fucked up.
Remember that open source console, like that Kickstarter console they tried to make, start with a Q?
Ouya or something like that?
Yeah.
Ouija, Squeak,
Yuku?
Yeah. I think it was.
Would that have a CRT?
No, it was just a failed fucking...
who cares?
Yeah, it's just shit.
It's just garbage shit.
But CRTs, though, no, that's worthy.
Yeah, you need a CRT.
I like those sluts playing it like they're interested in that game. Yeah, why are those TV whores pretending like they know how to play Dungeons & Dragons?
Paying them.
TV whores being like, "Oh my god, I'm an orc."
Sam, what's a CRT? If I were to buy a CRT for retro shit, my retro consoles,
a Trinitron or a Sony Wega or Diamondtron or a Sony Broadcast.
I've seen some really good filters for the pixel, like the CRT shit. They look really good. You think
like emulation?
You think it could be good with not a CRT? You think the filters?
I think the filters are better than nothing.
Yeah.
Could you look up how to pronounce Sony Wega? I think it's Wega. Vega? I hate not remembering.
There's something when it was at a low resolution.
Pronounced Vega?
And it was on a CRT and it was interlaced.
It's German, I guess.
It smooths the pixels. You would know how to explain it, but it smooths the pixels.
German.
And it makes it look like there aren't any pixels. It looks smooth.
That's going to help me remember.
It looks totally different than what you're used to.
What, Smart Blur?
Yeah, no, just a CRT filter or what a CRT does with the inter whatever the fuck it is with the pixels. I mean, with each and every line, like each and every other line is blank. It only renders every other line. So there are no really jagged edges. It smooths it out. Yeah.
So he's taking Sonic.
So again, this is the 1440.
See,
eventually, if you
you got to put something like that on your shit.
You see, it doesn't look blocky. It smooths it in. It makes it look infinite. Like it makes it look curves and not blocks. It's amazing.
It's fucking unbelievable.
And I forgot that things looked like that back then.
It looks so good.
It lends itself to sprites.
Yep.
Because
it's amazing. It just things that look bad when you emulate them with no filters look good when you see it.
Yeah,
it looks CRT.
Like this is you'd see this in an emulator. This is what you'd see in a.
It's fucking amazing. Look how much better it looks.
So it's like, this is the actual
And Chun-Li is the best one. See how it doesn't look blocky. It doesn't look pixelated. It looks more like a drawing. Things looked so good, and the refresh rate, everything was nice and smooth. It was so much better 30 years ago. It's unbelievable.
It was the best, great gaming experience you could ever possibly have.
This is a remake of 6.
SNES, Genesis.
Yes.
The best was the what's it called? What's the name of the fucking blimp in Final Fantasy 6?
Kefka.
Kefka. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fake 3D effect.
Yeah, the fake 3D effect. Joke. The fake 3D effect is great. SNES did that a lot. SNES had some amazing optical.
Right here.
The SNES.
This shit, Charles.
The Mode 7.
Yeah.
Mode 7 raw.
SNES had some amazing optical stuff happening.
And you know what? The best. People don't know, but like Batman and Robin, Genesis had the most unbelievable 3D workarounds to make it look 3D. Blow your fucking mind seeing Batman and Robin.
We gotta see that.
It's you'll shit.
Batman Robin. Type Batman Robin Genesis hardware.
But that Mode 7, like the flat image, just like curved down like this to make it look like Mario Kart and those games. Yeah. It's like it was such amazing graphics. It's not just polygons. Polygons are shit. Polygons don't look good.
Try that one.
It's gonna blow your fucking mind.
Oh wow.
It's amazing. And the music make you fucking die.
Scroll up, Chris.
You can do a little bit of a jump through if you feel like, because there's such distinct missions. Every one is gonna make you die. Look at this.
Looks amazing.
The screen shaking stuff.
Look how good this looks. And it's not that's not polygons. It's just bending a flat rendered image. It's so fucking good. And Mode 7 was so good, or not Mode 7, the FX. Then they put the hardware chip on the SNES carts for like Doom and Star Fox. Putting hardware on the game cart just to run the game. So good.
Oh my God.
They had to do that?
Yeah. So good because you couldn't upgrade your system. They had to do it.
Right. Look at that. Fuck. That's like the Arcane Sanctuary in Diablo 2.
Yes, yes.
What the fuck?
That's Sega Genesis.
Wow.
It's amazing. Listen to the music. Listen to the fucking music and the chips for the Genesis sound. Oh my God, so many chainsaws. Look at this shit. That's not 3D. It's all like graphics tricks and optimizations that allow this to happen. And there's more. There's more.
Is this based on?
I guess the cartoon.
The Joker.
It's based on the animated series.
Joker, the new Joker with Joaquin Phoenix?
Catwoman. Yes, it's Joaquin Phoenix Joker.
It's based on Andy Dick's Joker, right?
Yeah, Andy Dick.
He's the realest Joker I've ever known.
Yeah.
Andy Dick was a Joker?
No, I mean, his real life he's like crazier than the Joker.
Puff Daddy Joker's pretty good. I like Puff
Yeah, Puff Daddy Joker's the all-time best.
Yeah, Puff Daddy Joker's good. I mean, Puff Daddy's gonna play the Joker over Joaquin next.
Remember what Warhawk looked like?
Yeah.
You remember? That's
like the intro game.
Yes.
That was my first taste of PSX. Was having my head rocked by that.
And you remember it was on some of it was on rails, some of it was kind of open, and it was a low frame rate, low resolution.
Remember Jam Packs?
This looks so good.
Can we type in Warhawk PSX?
Warhawk, man, it's unbelievable. And this is the next. This is PlayStation, so this is after Genesis, Super Nintendo, and they had 3D. I mean, this does look good because it's so old, but 2D is superior.
And then Twisted Metal had the level of detail in Twisted Metal, because there would be storefronts and stuff. It would just be, a rendering of a shop front with the lights off, and you couldn't, open it or anything. But that level of detail was so crazy to me.
Split screen, rendering it twice on the same screen.
Yeah.
What?
You would really need to see this on hardware. The emulation takes away from the.
I think he is playing on hardware.
He's not. No, he's not.
No.
And one of the reasons why that is so good is I find as the years go on that a lower frame rate is superior to a high frame rate. That's what I find in my life. When things are too smooth, like you catch in everything, and if it's bad, everything's bad. If everything's too busy, you get confused.
Yeah.
If it's nothing's too busy and it's a lower frame rate, it's actually better. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's. Plus, you can't even get a good-looking smooth animation now anyway with these monitors. You can't even get it anyway.
No.
Look, you remember what Jumping Flash looked like?
Yeah.
Look at the way this looks. And it looks shitty, like the encoding and everything. It looks like shit, but if you saw this on a CRT, it would look flawless.
That's gonna be my next purchase. CRT.
Yeah, when you play these things on hardware on a CRT monitor, it's totally different from the emulated video on YouTube. Not that it's bad. There are YouTube videos that are really interesting. You can get some of the taste of it, but the hardware really kicks your ass.
You ever see the Mansion of Forgotten Souls on Saturn?
No.
Or Sega CD? That's something that had the most crazy atmosphere I've ever seen in my life.
What is it called?
Is it the Mansion of Forgotten Souls?
Is that an FMV game?
No. This one's a render one, like Seventh Guest. It's so psycho.
Oh, wow.
It's the most psycho thing I've ever seen. And the Saturn one is way different than the Sega CD one. So they're completely different. It's so fucked up to see.
What was the game where it's like this, but you're booby trapping stuff?
Mansion of Hidden Souls on Saturn.
Yeah. Booby trap.
You're like,
why'd you don't get shot?
It's like pre-rendered. This isn't exactly the best room, but it's so psychotic.
This type of game is so disturbed because that 90-degree turn. When you make one of those 90-degree turns, the most horrifying thing
is in your face.
Could be in your face at any moment.
Yeah.
That's what's so spooky about this.
See how good this looks?
You could turn to the right now and see your mother's skeleton. Yeah, Lemon Party.
He's a coward.
Yeah, it's just psychotic. But games used to be so good, and the way Saturn, like the 2.5D on Saturn was so amazing looking, like Clockwork Knight and Bug, and there's some like JRPG. It's so amazing the rendering on the 32-bit consoles. It would look so good.
This type of 3D, that face, this type of 3D modeling, that's a Saturn thing too.
Yeah.
That sort of weird, like the people that look like they're made out of plastic or something.
That's a sprite render, isn't it?
I don't know, but the 3D that's used to make that's
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It's there's something very like rubbery mannequin.
This was a Saturn game. I actually have this
about
game.
Anarchy and the Nippon.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I need a Japanese Saturn.
Even the way GoldenEye 64 looked, it like if you go through a level on that, it would look amazing compared to games now. Just it's just so, and if low resolution and low frame rate, like you can never notice too many things. It's nothing's too busy. It's so good back then.